So as we exit the valley, we're going to have the weeping wall on the right side now. So we're going to cross over the black sand beach of Pele Canoe now, and we're going to kind of backtrack here for a little bit, and we'll go back at a little lower altitude, so it'll give us a different perspective of the sea cliffs here, and it'll also allow us to have the waterfalls again. Now, if you enjoy watching movies, if you've ever seen the Jurassic Park series of movies, well, Jurassic Park number 3, at the very beginning of the movie, they have this guy and this young kid, and they're parasailing behind a boat off of Jurassic Park. And they filmed that sequence right here, so you can see these sea cliffs and the two valleys. And then something happens to the boat at the beginning of the movie, and they cut the line, and they parasail into the valley, and they start filming the first part of Jurassic Park 3 here. Yeah, so we're coming back by Vail Falls here on the right. Yeah, to see these waterfalls flowing is nice, because that doesn't happen a lot, and that's just because of all the rain we got here earlier in the morning. Now, these waterfalls are known as Kahiva Falls. These are usually really thin waterfalls, so it's nice to see them flowing the way that they're doing this morning. Yeah, Danny, you were asking about the population here. There's about 7,000 people that live on the island, and almost 50%, or half the population, is native Hawaiian, which is the highest percentage of any of the Hawaiian Islands. And they mostly live in an area known as Kanakakai, which we'll hopefully be able to see here in a little bit, because we're going to move from the north side of the island to the south. So we're going from the desolate part of the island to the most populated. Yeah, with this being what they consider to be the birthplace of the Hawaiian culture, this is also where they believe the hula dance was first created. You know, before the missionaries arrived, there was no written language in the Hawaiian Islands, and they would tell their history and their lineage, you know, their family history, using hula dance and chant. And unfortunately, in about the 1820s, when the first missionaries arrived, they considered the hula dance to be a very promiscuous dance, so they outlawed it for many years, which meant they lost a lot of history. They did begin to create the Hawaiian alphabet, though, at that time. And so that's why, you know, the Hawaiian alphabet only has 12 letters in it, so that's why there's a lot of A's and K's and O's. But during that transition from hula to the written language, a lot of history was lost here in the Hawaiian Islands. Now we're coming up with a lava valley on the right, and this is where the road begins here on this part of the island. Now, because there's no tourism on the island, instead they focus on agriculture and livestock. So there's a lot of farmers and cowboys on the island. And one of the really nice ranches is coming up on the right. We're going to kind of go around it, and this is known as excuse me, somebody's talking on the radio. This is called the Pu'uhoku Ranch, and not only do they have a nice farmland here where they raise cattle, but they also grow a lot of agriculture. And the things that they grow on the island here stay on the island, so they don't export it off island on this part of the island. So there you can see the ranch house up on the right. And they also have a nice retreat center here. So I've known people that have come over and they've rented the retreat center for, 5 days, and they hold retreats here at the Pu'uhoku Ranch. As you look in front of us, just to the right, the waves are breaking right on the beach, which is very typical. But out in front of us, you'll notice the waves are breaking offshore. And that's because directly off our nose, we have the largest coral reef in the Hawaiian Islands that we're going to fly over and get a much closer look at here. As we fly along the coral reef, going right along the shoreline, if you notice what looks like fences that come out into the water, and you'll see there's a lot of them here. These are Hawaiian fish ponds. And some of these fish ponds are over 900 years old. And they were built by the first inhabitants of the island simply by stacking